my presentation will be about lowering drinking age to 18. So, as most of us in this room were most likely 18, 19, right? I assume. So, we could finally hit the club, smoke a cigarette, join the army, whatever, So, but why is it that at age 21 we can just go buy a can of beer at the store? As a teenager and as an observer around our social construct and how laws are made, I was concerned about the drinking age at 21, because we are allowed, like I said, we are allowed to join the army, or either get married, anything else that we're allowed at age 18, but we cannot go ahead and buy a can of beer. So I would be talking about first about how the brain functions at age 21 versus age 18 versus 21. Then I'll be talking about how drinking age is applied to all around the world except some countries here and there. And also lastly I'll be talking about how highway safety and road construction can help improve car accidents, which is not all just around drunk driving. So to begin with, what age does the brain fully develop? Scientifically speaking, the age doesn't develop until early mid-adolescence, actually to the mid-late 20s. In this stage, in the early mid-adolescence, we start growing. Our brain starts growth. So our brain does not fully develop until we're around the age of 25 and close enough also to 30. So we are allowed to drink at age 21, but scientifically speaking, we are not yet fully responsible of what we're supposed to do at age 21. So why not lower it to 18 when if at 21 our brain is not fully developed there yet. So it's not fully developed until age 25, where we are allowed to to rent a car, to legally rent a car at 25. So if we are allowed to drink at 21, we should be allowed to drink at 18 as well. It is also legal in many countries. These are some examples of where it's legal in: Canada, Chile, Ecuador, France, Italy. There's a lot more of other places it could be legal in. But the ones that are not is Egypt, Indonesia, and the US. Those are some of the ones I searched up. And this is according to the International Center for Alcohol and Policies, the ICAP. According to them, these countries are allowed, but the others aren't. Sorry. Also, so like I said, my third point, the perks of being 18, like I told you guys earlier, we are, the club, cigarettes, army, we're allowed to vote and get married. And according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in the 1980s, alcohol-related deaths decreased from 26,173 in 1982 to 16,885 in 2005. This is because of the highway, highway safety. The way roads are constructed, they were better improved, as in curves weren't so narrow and so the roads aren't so steep, and so the curve is not, And then also for the seatbelt regulation was enforced. So the more people put on their seatbelts, the less likely they are to die in a car accident or in any other situation. Also for drunk driving, like my classmate over here said, why allow someone who is going to drink, why allow them to drive? Obviously there's going to be other people in the car, so if you're like their friends, family or something, why are you going to let them drive? Just let them just stay wherever they're at and don't drive at all. But instead we just permit them to go ahead and take the car and drive with you guys. Also, what is it? Oh, I wanted to show you guys a little article I found online. This is Gabriel Glaser in the New York Times. she's also for raising the drinking age at 21. And like she said, and I quote her, raising the drinking age to 21 hasn't reduced drinking. It's merely driven it underground to the riskiest of settings. And also there's this other one that made sense for me, where it says, why we don't hand teenagers car keys without first educating them about how to drive. Why expect 21 years old to learn how to drive responsibly without learning from moderate models at home and in alcohol education programs? So this brings to my other point where we can't expect 21, like she said, we can't expect 21-year-old teenagers to drive safely. We don't educate them well enough to know what's the risk and what there is, what the problem would be and what it causes to drink under the influence of being in alcohol. And to conclude, this is drinking. To conclude, drinking at age 18 would be the same as how it's legally now drinking at age 21. We are not fully matured yet, so it wouldn't. There shouldn't be such a big deal about it. And like I discussed my 3 main points, which are the brain function, the countries that are allowed to have drinking age at 18 and not at age 18, and the third point, the highway safeties, and to inform our teens more about drinking responsibly. And so with that in mind, I hope we are more aware of we want to learn more about the safeties and control our drinking habits. If, let's say, this ever came to be true, we'll hopefully our statistics of how people drink lowers and we drive more safely.